And I told you guys I was going to come back. Twitch. We're back on Facebook, Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Oh, wrong one, guys. Oh, wrong one. No wonder why. I'm like, hold on. I'm like, I wonder why we on the wrong one. I'm like, hold on. Okay. We were live on the wrong one. So we're going to go back. I'm like, well, hold up. We were live on the wrong one. We're back, though. We're back. Let's make sure we got everything going. We're back, right? Are we back? We're back. Okay, so we're back on the right. I was wondering why I only said 15 people. Facebook, what's up? We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. We are back, right? These headphones go down here. We are back, right? And so what were we talking about earlier? If you hear me chewing my gum, I chew gum like a country bumpkin. Facebook, what's up? Twitch, what's up? Instagram, what's up, man? Oh, my boy Terrell just hit me. I'm streaming right now. You know, tell him I'm on stream right now. But so if you caught my stream earlier, we were talking about relationships, right? And so we were talking about relationships, right? I'm sorry, I'm taking this. And we were talking about how relationships are right now in 2025, right? And how the dynamics have changed a lot, right? And not saying this the man's fault, not saying it's the women's fault, because we don't know whose fault it is, right? Really, we don't know whose fault these since these relationships are changing, we don't know whose fault it is, right? So we can't blame the ladies. Hold on, let me get a more uh thing. So we can't blame the ladies, we can't blame the fellas, right? But we do know there's a shift in dynamics for these relationships, right? And so it's important, and I really say, you know, guys, I know. Hold on, I don't like that echo sound. It's very important for you guys to understand to be yourself. It's important to be yourself when dealing with anyone, whether it's male or female. Because if they can't accept you for you, then you shouldn't want to be with them. If they can't accept you for you, you shouldn't want to be with them. You shouldn't even want no one in your area that can't accept you for you. It makes no sense. Shout out to Instagram too. If they can't accept you for you, you shouldn't even want to be around them. It shouldn't even be possible for them to be in your circumference, in your circle. Circumference is a circle for you guys who don't know. I don't want to hear nothing when I say circumference because y'all gonna look at me crazy. What's a circumference? It's a circle, right? But dealing with people, right? And we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna get in deep, right? Don't get no ideas. Anyway, when dealing with people who can't accept you for you, why would you want to be with someone who don't want to accept you for you? When you come as your authentic self, right? And it's an acronym we want to use. It's just HAIL. HAIL. Honest, authentic, integrity, and love. When you come with HAIL, if someone can't accept you with HAIL, then they can't accept you at all. Because when you have to fake who you are to be with someone, you're going to continue to pretend, and eventually you're going to stop pretending. And when the veil comes down, they're going to see you for who you are. See, a lot of people go through life pretending. They're pretending to be something that they're not. And when they're done pretending, when they're tired of pretending who they are, and they have to be who they really are. See, sorry. I'm gonna give you a prime example. Matter of fact, who's seen the movie The Dark Knight with Christian Bale and Heath Ledger? One of my favorite Batmans. Joker, incredible. They said that Heath Ledger was so into the role of Batman, he was so into the role of Batman that when he stopped filming, he didn't realize he wasn't Batman. That it led to suicide because he couldn't stop playing the role. And when he stopped playing the role, it got to him, right? That's what happened, guys. When he stopped playing the role, it got to him. Now, if you don't know who Heath Ledger is, and maybe you're not a Batman fan, I'm a Batman fan. I'm okay being the nerd that I am. See, I don't care if I'm a nerd. It's okay. Y'all still trying to be street and be cool. That's fine. But I'll make it so it's cool to you guys, you street dudes. Let's take Tupac. You guys like Tupac Shakur? Tupac, right? When Tupac did Juice, right? At that time, he was doing more revolutionary music. He was doing more about the people music, right? He did Juice. Now he started turning more street music, right? Then he went to Death Row. Look at the outcome of that. When you don't be yourself with people and you have to pretend, you have to lead on this new persona, this new image, you're destined to fail. So when it comes to relationships, right? When you go into a relationship or when you go into a situationship, a marriage, whatever it is y'all guys out here doing these days, because y'all know y'all have a whole new term of things y'all do now. And I ain't judging. Hey, hold on. I ain't judging. Do you? I'm just saying y'all got a whole new wave of things y'all do now, right? And that's fine. I'm okay with that, right? But anything you go into, be you. Be the authentic version of you. Be honest, have integrity, and have love, and be that when you do that, right? Because when you communicate, being yourself, you don't have to make up nothing. You don't have to think about it. You're just being you. And if they can't accept you as you, that is perfectly fine. There is someone in this world that would accept you for you. And here's another thing, people. Timing is everything. Stop trying to rush situations when the timing is not right. Everything don't mean to be right now. I know it's getting cold. I know y'all want to lay up and hug up on something, watch some Netflix. It was raining today. I know a nice cup of hot chocolate laid up under a cover, rubbing each other's feet together. You know what I'm saying? Filling up on something. I know the weather. I like that weather. That's one of my favorite things to do when it's this weather. But it ain't always that time to do that, right? You have to be mindful of, if you can't be you with someone how you are, why even waste the time to do that? Why waste the time to do that? Why? Why are you wasting the time trying to convince someone that they should like who you aren't? Why even try to convince somebody they should like who you are? I don't walk around trying to convince no one to like me. I don't have the energy to convince you to like me for me. I just don't have that time. That's just not something I'm into, right? Now, fellas, here's the thing. I'm talking to the fellas because, hey, one, I'm a guy. So that's just what this show is. You don't like it? That way. But if you do like it, let's stay and talk, because this can help you understand guys, right? When it comes to fellas, to all my fellas out there, stop leading with your wallet. I'm going to say this again because I hear it all the time. Stop leading with your wallet. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care what you want to spend. Stop leading with your wallet. It never ends well. When you lead with your wallet, you're telling her that the only thing valuable about you is your finances. You have no integrity. You have no values. Nothing about you as a man stands out except for your wallet. When you lead with a wallet, bro, she's going to look at you like, oh, that's all he got. That's all that matters to him. That's all that signifies him as who he is as a man. Those are his values, a dollar sign. That's not what you want to be known for. Your integrity, your values, what you believe in. That's what you lead with. Money is a byproduct of that. That's what comes with that. Now, I know, hold on. As a man, we want to provide. We want to protect. That's going to come, bro. That's going to happen, bro. You're going to do that regardless, bro. That's going to happen, right? Maserati Radio, let's go. That's what's going to happen, bro. You're going to be you. That's me on Fridays. That's me, right? I'm going to be me. I'm going to lead with that. Oh, hold on. I got a thing going off here. I'm going to be me. Things like that. You're going to make mistakes. You're not going to always have it. When I read books, like when I'm done with this and I go home before I go to sleep, I'm going to read a couple chapters of a book, right? It's probably going to be about a millionaire or about a billionaire, right? It's going to tell me about a loss they had. When they lose money, because they will lose money because they take risks, right? if you lead with your wallet and make everything about what you could provide for her, when you take a risk and you lose, where's she gonna be when the going gets tough? She might be there, she might not. You don't know. But if you lead with your character, you know she's there for you. Right? Same thing with ladies. Don't lead with your body. Don't lead with your looks. Lead with your personality. Lead with your character, so you know that he's there for you. Now, why is this so important? Why is this so important? Right? Because I'm seeing a lot of people complain about who they with, seeing a lot of people get divorced, seeing a lot of people break up. Right? Now, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. I know I'm tired. I know I look tired. I get it. I look tired, but I'm here for you. Hair nappy and all. I'm here for you. Because I want to see you with somebody. But I want to see you with somebody who wants to be with you. I want to see you with somebody who wants to be with you. Not who's just there to occupy your time. Because see, a lot of us are going through these motions right now in life where we're entertaining the wrong energy because we're bored. And what that means is someone likes your pick, you like someone's pick, and for that night you're flirting. For the next night you're flirting with the next person. For this night you're flirting with that person because, hey, you ain't got nothing to do. Or you get a little liquored up. I get it. I don't drink. I don't do drugs. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do nothing. So I don't have those random nights where I'm drunk, texting, trying to find somebody to talk to. I don't have those nights. I don't have those random nights. That's just not me. If I'm bored, I'm going to crack a joke. If I'm bored, if I text you, I genuinely miss you, or I'm not busy, or I'm just on some BS. I might, for me, and this is anyone who knows me, I might call and talk about you before I come on some like, hey, let's hang out late night on some BS. Not because we're not cool, not because I have a problem with you. I'm really genuinely busy. And if you don't believe me, anyone who knows me, guess where you guys can catch me? Doing this. So anyone who knows me knows, hey, he's probably online streaming. What is he doing? He's probably streaming. You can see him there. That's being my authentic self when I'm dealing with women. Like, hey, what do you do? I stream. I do another podcast. I'm wrapped up in this. I'm wrapped up in this community stuff. I'm following my goal, my passion. So if someone can't understand what I'm doing, that's perfectly fine. Maybe I'm not the one for you, because this is what I want to do with my life. This is what I'm working hard for. This is what I see me doing, helping people. This is my gift to the world. This is how I'm doing the best version of myself to the world. Work, school, workout, stream, podcast. That might not make sense to somebody, but if you come around me, this is my authentic self that I'm giving you. Now you might say, okay, you know what? I see the greatness in him. I want to help him the best way he can. Not because I get anything out of it, because I just like him and I want to help him with that. That's the type of people you want to be around. Same thing with men to women. Like, okay, I see what she's doing. I want to help. But a lot of times you people are just picking the people that fill a void for the moment. I don't want somebody who want to fill the void for a moment, because I'm going to tell you what happens. When you are lonely, because some people get lonely, and I need you to know, being alone and being lonely are two different things. Please hear me when I say this. Being alone and being lonely are two separate things. Being alone means you're choosing to protect your energy, protect your peace, and you have isolated yourself from negativity, negative people, and negative situations. Being lonely means you can be around a lot of people, be in a situation, but you feel isolated and you feel like you're the only one who really cares about you and what you're trying to do. So being lonely, you can be around everybody and still feel lonely. You can be married and still feel lonely. You can be in a relationship and still feel lonely. You can have best friends and still feel lonely. There's a difference. I need you to understand that before you get wrapped up in what people are telling you, okay? Because there's a big difference. You can choose to be alone. Most people really don't choose to be lonely. It happens. Now, you could choose to be alone, and it can progress to being lonely. Because what happens is when you choose to be alone, you allow yourself to become lonely, because what happens, a lot of times when people choose to be alone, they don't work on themselves enough so they don't become lonely. And what I mean by that is this. When you are alone, right, in order to stop yourself from becoming lonely, You have to work on you and how you view yourself and your self-worth. That means working on yourself daily. Health, your mental, your spiritual, all and your physical. You have to do that. Because if you go into the next situation the same way you left the previous, you're going to get the same results. I promise you. Been there, done that. And I'm telling you, I'm not that old. I'm not that old. I wish I was. I wish I had a little bit of gray right here, salt and pepper, goatee. I'd be the Mac. If I had grays at the temple right here, right, just right here, salt and pepper, goatee. Yeah, okay. Yeah. A lot of shit I'm saying right now wouldn't even make sense. Y'all be like, he's lying. You would be like, he's lying. He'd be out here wilding. I'm just saying. I'm just keeping it real. But what I'm saying is this. When you take the time and then you invest in you, and I can give you the recipe right now, but a lot of people won't even listen or do what I say. You know why? Because it takes actual work. It takes actual dedication. It takes you looking in the mirror saying, okay, I see my faults. I see where this didn't work. I see where I messed up here. Can I fix this before I move forward? You know why? Because moving forward sounds way easier than stepping back and fixing the problem. It sounds way easier. It's way easier to say, I'd rather keep going forward, jumping over the problem. I'm going to jump over the problem. I'm going to jump over the problem. I'm going to jump over the problem. Than stopping and saying, hey, I got to fix this problem or I'm going to keep doing it. And how you do that? Reading 2 books a week, working out, eating right, talking, having uncomfortable conversations, difficult conversations, addressing problems, and actually degressing more than being aggressive. So them arguments you like to have, don't have them. When people do something to you, let it go. A lot of us can't do that. We have to let our feelings be known. We have to stand tall. I have to let them know how I feel. No, you don't. You're choosing to. Stop taking that so personal. I had to deal with that. I just literally, if you know me, literally just 3 to 4 months ago, I had to understand that it's just business. It's not personal. Whatever attacks they are attacking on you, whatever they're saying, let it go. If you want to be what you want to be in the business world, if you want that type of company, why are you crying over these crumbs right now? You're too smart. You're too intelligent. Your emotional IQ is very up there. Why are you letting this get to you? Why? Because you have an ego and you feel like people should respect you a certain way and they're not. So what? So what? It don't matter how much money you got. It don't matter how smart you are. It don't matter about nothing. People are going to do what they're going to do and you can't stop them. I'm going to tell you like this. We knew Jesus walked the earth. He could have stopped everything that happened to him, but he knew it had to happen for a reason. You are not Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Unless Nazareth is in California somewhere that I don't know about. It could be though, but you're not Jesus, okay? So stop trying to stop people from doing what they're going to do. It's going to happen regardless. All you can do is control what you do. Every day you can wake up and make your life better by seeing what you did wrong in the past and fix that. And it's not even that hard. It's not even that hard. We're not even, bro, why does this thing keep going off, bro? We're not even dealing, what's up with these? We're not even dealing with difficult things. We're not dealing with difficult things in life. We're really dealing with simple things that we're not really focused on. If you really sat back every day, right? And if you're trying to get bread, if you're trying to get money, if you're trying to elevate in life, if you really sat back and asked yourself, what am I really trying to do? And is it worth the conflict that I keep getting mad or stressing myself over? A lot of y'all are out there stressing yourself over stuff that don't even matter. I've seen it because y'all post it. One, y'all post everything y'all feel. So which is cool because I like seeing it, right? But when you really think about it, when you really break it down and think about this, right? Ask yourself one day, wake up, and the first thing you do in the morning when you wake up, take 30 minutes of just silence. Don't grab your phone. 30 minutes of silence, right? I want you to take 30 minutes of silence, right? After that 30 minutes of silence, read a chapter or 2 of a book, self-help, business, something, right? Then I want you to ask yourself a few questions and I want you to journal it, right? keep doing that for about a month or two. When you're done for that month or two, go back to the first month and see how your mental was that month compared to the new month. It's going to be a whole different mental. When you show up places where people don't like you and you're smiling and you're happy, it will bother them to a T so much that they'll have to be cool with you. They don't understand, like, why is he so happy? Like, what's different? Like, we don't like him. Why is he still happy in this room? Because I know you can't steal my joy. You can't stop what I got coming regardless. Everything I go through on a regular, you can't stop nothing that God has for me. So why would I be mad at you because you're miserable in life and you're mad what's happening to you because you don't understand why? You've never been happy because you have still trauma you haven't addressed. You're mad at your life because of the choices you made and the consequences that come with it. I'm not mad. I'm happy. I could have nothing and I'm going to still be happy. You know why? Because if you could be happy with nothing and still thank God for having nothing and being happy, when he bless you with everything, you'll still be happy. So people who are miserable with nothing get money and still be miserable and do things they shouldn't and end up back being miserable. That's why rich people kill themselves, if you don't know. Because you sit here and ask, well, if I had everything, I wouldn't kill myself. Yes, you would. Because you're miserable right now. And you wonder why you're not getting blessings. Why would God bless you with something you can't even be happy for nothing? It's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence. You ever had a situation where you needed something real bad and you were stressed out, you wasn't happy, and you just couldn't get it and you had to take a loss? But when you happy and got it, you get blessed. Actually, like, man, I don't even need this. I got blessed right now because you was happy in that moment. You didn't even need it. You was just happy and you got more abundance. But when you operate in this negative, you're going to get negative. But if you always operate in this sense of abundance, like I'm happy no matter what, I'm good, you always have it. And a lot of people don't understand that because their mindset is stuck on this new social media wave where we think everything has to be right now. Like I can scroll on social media right now. And see some more a negative post get more likes and comments than a positive post. Because we've conditioned our brain to say, hey, if it's negative, give it more attention. If it's positive, actually question it and see if it's real. It can't be real if it's positive. Why? Why would they say that? But if it's negative, let's give it attention. It must be real. And we carry that to our personal life. Every day we wake up, we'd rather have more negative stuff in our life than positive, which is crazy to me because every day I wake up showing love. That's my key. I show love to other people no matter what happens to me. So with me, right, I'm going to show you like this, right? I don't care who shares my podcast, who hops on the stream, who shares whatever I post. I'm still going to post unsigned artists, rappers that I see trying to struggle, trying to make it. You know why? Because I know there's a rapper out there who puts in the work, who goes to the studio every day to make a good song, who's been writing raps every fucking day, putting in the work, trying to make the best music he can to change the circumstances of his family, just trying to make it. And when I post his song and he sees it gets 1,300 views, 1,600 views, and people in the comments saying they like it and people are liking it, that makes him feel good. That shows that he's been working hard. That's his accomplishments. If I can give him that, then my show is making a success, and that's what I like. That's giving. That's being happy where you're at in life right now and say, you know what? This is why I do what I do when other people don't. See, most people say, well, I do it because I'm trying to get paid. I'm trying to get exposure. Nah, it's a certain level of pride you get when you help others. And it's not that you do it with a grudgingly heart. You do it with an open heart saying, I'd rather give than take. Because we live in a world right now where everybody are takers. Everybody's a taker. Everybody has a hidden agenda when they help you. I can't stand a person who count favors. If you count favors, I don't even want you in my circle. We do not count favors in my circle. I'm not going to do something for you and be like, man, remember when I did that for you? Man, remember when I hooked you up? That's not what I do. If I do something for you, most likely I wanted to do it or God put it on my heart to do it and I forgot I did it for you. You're going to have to remind me. Like, remember when you did that for me? I don't even remember. When was that? Because why? It's too many people in this world that's going to, man, I did that for you. Can you do that for me? Man, what are you talking about? Bro, that is the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. But we live in that type of time. We live in that type of time. But you know, I won't dwell on that too much because I want to touch some other stuff, right? So if you weren't here earlier, right? If you weren't here earlier, I had a conversation with a coworker, right? Ladies, you ladies are so beautiful. I love the ladies. Y'all are so beautiful. Listen, ladies, y'all are very beautiful, right? And I was explaining to a female coworker of mine that it's easier for women to get men than it is for men to get women. Women get way more attention, right? A woman, no matter how her body looks, how her face looks, if she has one or the other, she'll get male attention. Whereas in men, we have to look a certain way to get attention. We have to have an asymmetrical face. Does anyone know what an asymmetrical face is? Because a lot of people don't know what an asymmetrical face is. An asymmetrical face is a man's face has to be aligned a certain way, jawline, cheekbones, nose, eyes at a certain distance from each other to look right, to be attractive to females. It's a known thing. This is known. The data shows this, right? For most males to be attractive, you have to have an asymmetrical face. Now, you don't really have to have that much money or be certain, like, in shape, but you have to be somewhat cute or better looking, right? Now, this is where it gets tricky. Like I was telling her, and we talked about this, right? And I'm gonna jump into the race thing real quick, and I'm gonna jump out of it because it's weird. And I was telling her for like there's women have a weird particular taste. Like there are women who won't date white guys, which is weird because most men do or don't act like that. But there's women from majority races who won't date white guys. And you'll find the women who do date white guys are like real, like white conservative, right wing, white nationalists. They're like preserving their race. Those white girls date white guys. That's like the only group that really date white guys, that like white guys, that like them. That's the right wing, conservative, white nationalists that want to preserve their race, white people that date white guys. That's it. That is the only group that date them, right? And the other ones trying to get passports or think it's a status symbol outside of that group, right? You ask any other female, they don't date them, right? Now, everyone else, most all females, if you ask them in public, any part prefer like black dudes or Mexican dudes or Asian dudes. It varies, right? But predominantly black dudes, right? Now, when you ask sisters, they judge black dudes on a whole different scale because as being a black man, they know how we should look or what we look like as cute, where some other races is like, oh, he's black, so he looks good. When they don't understand that. When it comes to black women, it's the nose size, skin tone, skin face. Is the face asymmetrical? Is he cute? Lip size, lips. Like it's a whole lot of factors. So I was explaining to her like, look, women will really dissect a man while he walks up, while he talks to her. Is his teeth straight? Do he have gaps in his teeth? Is his teeth white? Does his breath stink? Is his shoes clean? How's his body odor? Does he smell like this? Is he shaved? His haircut? All these things a woman is looking at when she's talking to a man. When a man's looking at a woman, he looks at two things: her face, her ass. That's it. And if men, y'all know I'm not lying, that's all a man's looking at, right? Because we're very, we're simplistic. Not simple, but we're simplistic when it comes to women. So with that being said, I was telling her when the dating market goes, most men, if a man goes up to a woman and he can't speak, he's like, hi, can I get you? What's your name? If he does that, she's going to be like, oh, this dude don't know how to talk to women. He's a square. He don't know nothing, right? So she's not going to be turned on by that. She'll be turned off like he can't even talk. If a woman comes up to a man saying, oh my God, I can't, oh my God. A man is going to be so turned on because he's like, damn, she can't even talk. I'm so fly. I had a loss for words. You know how I do. He's going to be elated by that. That is the different standard when it comes to dating a man, right? And so I was explaining to my coworker, like, women kind of have this new power in the dating field right now when it comes to that, where men actually have a harder time. I was explaining to her, like, no matter what men say, a lot of dudes aren't getting sex like women think. A lot of dudes are incel and they're asexual incels. Now, an asexual incel is most men who can't get sex, don't want to get sex because they're either hooked on video games, they're just too smart, they don't even really view women like that. They're not gay, but they're just so caught up in this new world of bullshit that they don't even think about it. Like how my generation, we were hunting. We had the little black book. We had the club. We trying to holler at females. We popping at them. They don't do that no more, bro. They are so scared to talk to females. It's crazy. If you ask the average good looking woman, how many dudes, bro, why does this alarm keep going off? How many dudes actually come up and talk to her? She's going to say none. The average good looking woman, no dudes come up and talk to her. It's so bad that I'm pretty sure that most time when a woman likes a man, she has to go up and say something, drop a hint, flip the hair, go by and make some kind of initiation to get to him to talk to her, because it's like that right now, because a lot of men lack the confidence to talk to women. Why? Because they haven't had no experience. Bro, ladies, I promise you, do you know there's grown men out here that are 27-year-old virgins? 27-year-old, I haven't met a 27-year-old female virgin in a long time. A long time. If you know where she at, show me. But there are known 27-year-old male virgins out here right now due to them being incel asexual males. Because right now it's harder for men to have sex than women. Why? Because a woman right now wakes up to about 30 DMs saying, hey, beautiful. Hey, queen. Man, I just want to let you know you look beautiful. Dudes is not waking up to no DMs unless he's some male type model. He's either showing money off or he has something going, some type of motion online. It's a real big difference, right? And so like I was telling my coworker, a lot of men don't even get a second look at women. When women walk by some men, they're not doing the double take. Only certain men get the double take. It's not, a lot of men not catching women staring at them. It's not happening. Most women is catching dudes staring at them. The aesthetics of a woman's body look way different than a man. Like most men, bro, do you understand? Listen, ladies, do you understand the ratio, the percentage of a man having a decent built body, broad shoulders, nice muscular arms, flat stomach, nice back, nice legs? Do you know the percentage of you actually getting good genetics as a man compared to a woman? Because even if she doesn't have titties or ass, she still has soft skin. She still looks beautiful. She still could either be petite. She could still have curves. No matter what size she is, she's still going to look very feminine to where dudes are going to want her regardless. So she could be even a big girl with a cute face. She could be a skinny girl with a cute face. Whatever she is, dudes are going to like her. Then if she talks nice and she's very feminine, great personality, they're going to want her regardless. So a lot of dudes don't get attention compared to women getting attention. So like I was telling my coworker, because she was saying like she never had a boyfriend, right? She's like, no dude ever asked. The reason why dudes don't ask women to be their boyfriend, because most dudes are scared of rejection. Do you know? Now, I don't know if ladies know this. Most men are scared of rejection from women. It causes depression. It causes these conditions in men of rejection. It hurts a lot of dudes. They're not going to tell you because they got to act cool. But their ego gets bruised. When you like a woman so much that you're thinking about her every day, you want to bring her roses, you want to help her out, you want to be all nice. And she said, oh, you so nice. Oh, you like, oh my God, I just can't believe that. You're so nice. And now you want to ask her out, right? And you see that same girl go mess with a low life like myself, right? And you like, damn, she messing with this dude, and you know how this dude is. But you've been a nice guy. And then you got to ask the low life like me, hey, man, you messing with me? Hey, man, yeah, straight up. Yeah. Because women like, one, either the rogue image or the bad boy image or the challenge, right? And a lot of dudes don't understand that, like with women, right? And me and her were talking about this. It's not that women don't like nice guys. Women love nice guys, but women love masculine nice guys. So in a sense, right? And this is any woman watching this can advocate for this. In a sense, she wants you to be masculine but nice, to take charge but be nice, but be yourself at the same time. A lot of guys can't balance that. And it comes with this. You can't give no one too much attention and say, hey, it's all about you, it's all about you, it's all about you. No. It's about me too. But hold on, look, check this out. I do like you, but I'm not gonna over like you to where you think you can just control me and do this. And I've talked about this before, but so we won't dive too much into it because I want to stay on topic because I'll lose topic if I go off topic, right? But what I'm saying is a lot of women overestimate that men are really players and they have it like that when they don't. It seems that way because men will portray this false bravado. Oh, I got girls. No, he don't. Because if they did, a lot of men would not be out here doing what they do. Why do you think there's men in their 40s still going clubbing? Why do you think there's men in their 40s still on dating sites? Why do you think there's men in their 40s still on Facebook crying and doing what they're doing? Why? Why do you think that is? It's not because, oh, they was players all the way up to their 40s and they couldn't find one. Now they just, no, it's not that. Ladies, why do you think, and I'm gonna keep it real because I talk to more women than men, so I know what I'm talking about. Why do you think, ladies, when you have a sexual encounter with men, you're not satisfied or they feel like they don't know what they're doing sexually? If men are such players, because a lot of men aren't having sex with a lot of women. So they don't know the female body. They don't really know what they're doing because they've never done it a lot. See, if you do something a lot, you know how to do it. Like, it's like this, bro. I do streaming a lot, right? So I know how to hook up Instagram. I know how to hook up Twitch. I know how to hook up Facebook. I do this a lot. So if you have sex a lot, you will know where the woman's parts are. You would know what stimulates a woman. You know how to initiate this. You know foreplay. You know how to tell what a woman turns this on, turns that on. You would know that, especially if you're in your late 30s or 40s. You should already know a woman's body. If you've been having sex as a teenager, and you're in your late 30s, 40s, it's no way you don't know a woman's body. It's like a bike. They all come with the same parts. Last time I checked, they all come with the same parts. Ladies, am I wrong? They all come with the same parts. So if you don't know what you're doing by now, clearly you haven't been riding bikes that much. And that's just what it is, right? When I say that. And I'm not trying to shit on nobody. I'm not talking down. What I'm letting ladies know is this. You're assuming that most men have had a lot of sexual partners in their life. And I'm going to tell you like this. A lot of these men have had maybe this many sexual partners. A lot of men are actually still virgins. A lot of men have only had one or two girlfriends. A lot of men just haven't had what you think because why? To be honest, and most men won't admit this, a lot of men actually have morals and values that they don't want to admit. So what they don't want to tell you is they actually do believe in families. They actually do believe in just having one girl, but they don't want to go against the grain. They want to be players because what society norms and the music tells them to do that, and they like Future. So they want to be like Future, right? They don't want to tell you that because they know that you like the Future type. They think that you like the Future type. Why? Because the music you listen to and how you carry yourself. And guess why? If you're a woman with kids, they think, well, if she had a kid by this type of dude, that's the type of dude she likes. So they're going to play nonchalant and they're going to play the role. That's what most dudes do. Because as a man, I'm talking to women. I talk to dudes. They'll tell you. I've had conversation with dudes. I'm like, bro, like we'll ask the question, like, how many females you been with? Bro, not that many. Like, dudes are lie. I could tell when a dude's lying about how many females he's been with. When a dude starts saying odd numbers, I'm like, well, bro, name them. Bro, here's the catch, bro. If you're a dude, you know at least 75% of the females you slept with. At least. There's going to be some you forget because you either drunk, it was either some one-offs, but you know 75% of the females you slept with. Ones that were good, ones that were bad, or you didn't perform well, you had a bad experience, you got caught up, you was dating, you was cheating, especially if they're from your hometown. Stop it, bro. Because you have stories, you have memories. You have memories, bro. My memory is very good. So I could be like, okay, because some are still in the phone. So you know men get comfortable. Men get very comfortable. So a lot of females they sleep with are still in their phone. Why? Because why? Men get comfortable. When they get lonely, they call the throwbacks, right? So don't play with me. Fellas, don't play with me. So a lot of times what females don't understand is men don't have a lot of sexual encounters, so they're not familiar with the female body, so that's why they have bad encounters with these men. And that goes back to what I was telling the lady at work is it's hard for a lot of men out here to get women. Because, why? It's easier for women to get men. Like right now, I guarantee you, because I used to do this. Like I have a lot of female friends, right? And so I be joking. I be hanging out with female friends, and she be telling me what dude she like. I'm like, okay, cool. I be like, but you got 1,000 niggas in your DM. She goes, yeah. And she'll show me some of my partners. Or I be on the date. I be hanging out with female. I be messing with female. She's like, your friend in my inbox. Like, which one? I'll see some of my partners like, damn, this nigga breathing hard on her. And I'm gonna keep it real with you. I said this before in one of my lives. I don't have the energy or the time to be spitting games that some of y'all dudes be spitting to these females. I just don't have the time. I don't have the time to say the clever things that y'all be saying. I'm just not that clever. I just don't have the inclination to be like, hey, just so and so, I can change your life, or baby girl, we can do this, and you know I'm a boss. I'm just not that clever. I'm not that slick. Shout out to the dudes who can do that. To the dudes who can do that, shout out to you. Y'all might have to send some text for me, but I can't do it because I can be myself. You know why, fellas? I'm gonna tell you one thing women like. I'm gonna tell you, if you want to get a woman, I can tell you very easy. From the prettiest to the ugliest to the fattest to the skinniest to any woman you want, you can get her. If you can make her laugh, and if you are smart, and if you're consistent in a man of your word, you can get any woman you want. I promise you. What's up with it, Trav? I promise you. You can get anyone you want. It's just that simple. And being consistent. Being consistent. Stay in her face. Stay consistent. Let her know you're right there. Let make sure you see her. Keep asking questions. Keep talking to her. Let them talk. Stop trying to talk. Let her talk. Bro, man, listen. I will let a female talk my ear off. Yep, I'm going to listen. As soon as she say something, I'm going to answer it. I'm bam, bam. I'm going to make sure I hit points. I'm going to hit, okay, yeah, bet, yep. I'm an alpha solution-based things, right? Because basically, you want me to listen and you want me to act like I care, because I actually do care. Because I like talking to people. I like to see how people tick because I do this, right? I'm not really this there for sex, because I go celibate for a while, not because I don't like sex. I love sex. I love women. I love knocking the wall, lining out that motherfucker. I can't. I don't want to go. Hold on. Sorry. Sorry. I kind of lost while we were here. Hold on. I forgot why we were here. But anyway, what the fuck was I saying? Nah. But I do like talking to females just to find out stuff, right? And so when I talk to females about stuff like this, you find out that a lot of times dudes ain't even talking. They just trying to fuck. Like, I get it, bro. We all trying to fuck, but I actually care about what they got to say, because when you find out how someone ticks and how they thinks, it goes deeper than that. Like, I'm gonna tell you right now, fellas, if you just want to hit, right, that's cool. We all do. We all, bro, listen, I'm not lying, bro. We all want to fuck, bro. I get it, bro. But when you actually take the time to get to know her, when you take the time to actually say, hey, how do you feel? Hey, how are you doing emotionally? Hey, let's talk. Before we get to all that fucking, let's talk. It leaves a different impression. It leaves a different memory. It leaves a different imprint on her. And then, bro, that's going to happen regardless, bro. Listen, I'm going to tell you like this, fellas. If y'all don't know, because I have female friends, females think about sex more than we do. You are not thinking about sex more than a female, bro. I guarantee you. You're not thinking about sex more than a female. Bro, it's no way possible. They are thinking about sex more than you ever will in a day, in a minute, in an hour, bro. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth. If you in a relationship, you married, listen, in a situationship, in a relationship, it's never been a time I asked my girl for some sex and she said no. It's never been a time. I've had to say no. In a relationship, like, nah, I'm tired. Dang, nah, not right now. Come on, damn. I just got home. You have to tell women no. These days, bro, listen, this is real talk. No, this is all bullshit aside. This is real talk. These days, you have to tell women no. So look, I've been celibate. My first celibate stint was like a year, right? And I be trying to be strong, but they be some fine ass women out here. So the first one, she got me. She tricked me on some. She tricked me on some dick. She got me whatever. But that's not the point of the story. The point of the story is this: when you try being celibate, bro, and you go on a date with a female, right? And I don't drink, I don't do drugs or nothing. She's drinking. I see where this is going. She want to get me back to the crib. I'm like, no, let's not do that. Oh, let's just hang. Okay, we hanging. She trying to go there. I'm like, no. She gets offended because I don't want to give up no D. Like, hold on. No means no. She's offended. Bro, it's nowhere in the world you're going to tell me that you think about sex more than a woman. It's impossible. It's impossible. But what I'm going to say is this. I tell ladies all the time, it's no way possible that a woman's going to convince me that it's harder for her to get a man than it is for a man to get a woman. Because here's the thing. The competition, the sea of men trying to get the same women is way bigger than the sea of women trying to get the same man. Right? Because most men, bro, here's the thing. I can go right now. I could pick a random female on Instagram or Facebook and try to holler at her, and I guarantee me and one of my partners are in her DM. I've done it before. Women are so raw, bro. I've had a woman tell me, like, damn, your friend in my DM too. I'm like, which one? She tells me, I'm like, okay, bet, I'm cool. Because I respect the game, I respect my partner. But it has to be my real partner. And if it's a fake partner, all right, whatever. But that's what women don't understand. So for women, like, it's not a lot of us good dudes out here. Like, let's just keep real, fella. It's not a lot of good dudes for women to choose from. Why do you think women talk to the same dudes? Because if you do the stats, bro, in America, there's 5 women to every one dude, right? There's 5 women to every one dude. Now, I'm going to do some math, so keep up with me because I'm going to do some math. In America, there's 5 women to every one dude, right? That's already disproportionate right there. That's disproportionate already. But let's do some more math. I'm cool with the math. Now, let's do this, right? Most women would like a man that's either 5'7" or taller. Is that correct? So most women want a man that's 5'7" or taller. The average height is about 5'7". The average height. Now I'm not talking about this. The average height is 5'7". Most women would like a man who makes about $60,000 a year, right? That's minimum. The average black man makes $44,000 a year. So that's already below. So now it gets slimmer. Right? I think most women would like to date a man who has no kids. I think it's like no kids. The average man has 1 kid, right? But that's not bad. But do you see how the margins start slipping? Right? Now, when it comes to men, we don't care if you got a kid. We don't care if you broke. We don't care about none of that. We just want you. We don't care. It don't matter to us because we're looking past that. We know what we want. Right? But in today's society is different. 2025 has ushered in a new wave of women. Now, fellas. Now I got to talk to my fellas because fellas, y'all got to stay woke. I need y'all to stay woke, fellas. This new wave of females are in. They're more entrepreneurs. They're in upper management. They're CEOs. They're making 6 figures. They have houses. They have cars. They don't need you financially. They're having more masculine traits now, right? So now they're asking you, well, can you do this? Can you do that? If you can't do this, why you can't do that? They're being more upfront, right? And they're asking you questions that you have to be able to ask. And nowadays, if a woman sees she's more smart, she's more intelligent than you, automatic turn off. If you can't communicate properly, automatic turn off. If you're not emotionally intelligent, automatic turn off. Like, they come up, what's your non-negotiables? Automatic turn off. They're asking questions that like, damn, okay, well, what the fuck is this about? The long gone are the days where you can just dick them down and that's all. You can't just dick them down and that's good. That's the good part of a relationship. Like, I'm just blowing her back out. We good, bro. I'm just gonna blow her back out. I'm gonna come back outside. Those days are gone, bro. The golden days are gone, bro. I'm sorry. The golden days are gone, bro. It was a good run. The golden days are gone, bro. Ain't no just blowing they back out and she ain't gonna say nothing else. The golden days are gone, bro. That shit's gone. You actually got to come with substance now, right? And I get it, right? I get it. Times have changed. We got different things going on. But what I want to say is this, right? The C in the law of abundance is crazy. Because now when you start believing social media is bullshit. When you start believing social media, it's bullshit. Because it's bullshit. It's not what they say it is. And what I mean by that is, right, a lot of women tend to believe those DMs. A lot of women tend to believe those DMs. Your sexual marketplace value does not come from that DM. The reason I mean is this. That man who's clicking your DM, that man that's hitting your comments, he doesn't know you. He doesn't know you when you get mad. He doesn't know you when you don't have your makeup on. Doesn't know you when you have your wig, when you don't have your eyelashes. He doesn't know you when you're upset, when you're emotionally distraught. He doesn't know you. He likes the aesthetics of the foreign you, the mystique of not knowing you, right? Right? He doesn't know you. You don't know him. Everything changes once you have an orgasm with somebody. Everything changes once you have an orgasm with somebody. Everything they say sounds annoying. Everything they do sounds annoying as you have an orgasm. You can't even you don't even want to talk to a person after you have an orgasm because it's not the same. You don't care no more. Like, it's like, especially if it wasn't good. Now, if it was good, it's like, okay, I kind of like this person. We could try it again. But it goes down lower and lower and lower. So when you mitigate that, right? And I tell people this all the time. If you can really get to know somebody beyond sex, if you can really say, you know what, let's not have sex for the first 9 days of us interacting, you can find a deeper connection with a person. And I tell all the fellas this. Now, fellas, y'all want some real game here? If you like a female, bro, and you really want to lock her in and you want her to make her yours, bro, I've done this and it works. It works too good, to be honest. This shit works too good. I wouldn't. If you don't want her to be on your line and bother you, bro, don't do this. If you don't want her on your line, just don't do this. Meet a woman, right, that you really like. Talk to her, right? Be yourself, right? Never, ever once bring up sex. Never once bring up sex. Compliment her on her beauty, her intelligence. Never bring up sex. When she brings up sex, curve the conversation. Curve it. When you hug her, regular hug for the first 30 days, right? Right? That's it. Just curve, right? Next in the 60 days, allude to some stuff. Don't really get too deep and just allude to the sex. Just allude to it, right? Don't say nothing too sex. She gonna be, trust me, women think about sex more than us. So she gonna be trying to see like where you at with it. Don't say nothing, right? Now 60 days pass. Now you gonna be trying to knock it out, bro. Cause trust me, you gonna be trying to knock it out. It's gonna be on your mind. But this is where the spirit is willing, the flesh might get weak. And that's in the scripture. I'm quoting the scripture. Y'all know I'm quoting the scripture. The spirit is going to be willing, but the flesh is going to be weak. But you can't turn to the flesh, my brother. You got to hold on. Now, when you hug her during these times, you got to let her know that you see her. So you might want to grab on some stuff, let her feel it, let her feel the man, just really just embrace her. Where she smell you, she smell the masculine, she smell the testosterone coming off you. She know it. She might feel him a couple of times because you ready. Don't do nothing. She's going to respect your discipline and your structure of being different from all these other dudes who's trying to fuck on the first night. She going to look at you so different. She's going to bring it up. She's going to bring up sex. She's going to ask you to hang out, spend a night somewhere, do something to put you in a predicament where sex is going to be talked about. And if you hold true to whenever you want to break. After 90 days, you can break on the 91st day. You can break on the 100th day. After 90 days, you can break. It don't matter when you break. Just know the respect she's going to have for you as a man to say you held out for 90 days. Most niggas ain't holding out for 90 seconds. The respect she's going to have for you, bro. Now, I'm just giving you a fair warning. Don't say I didn't tell you. If y'all end up married or in a long-term relationship, that has nothing to do with me. I just told you how to get there, okay? I just told you how to get there. Just show some respect and just do right by her after that. Just do right by her because it's going to be crazy love. But no, all jokes aside, I know I'm joking and stuff, but women love a man who has discipline and structure. It shows a certain level of masculinity in a man who is disciplined and has structure and who has his life structured out a certain way. That's not just willy-nilly, who's not just focused on just sex, even though it's there, even though it's an option. He's not worried about that. He's worried about other stuff. But then when he is worried about that, he's going to ravish her and knock the lining out that motherfucker. Yes, that's cool. Because as a man, there's way more stuff to think about the sex. Man, you got to make money. You got to take care of family. You got to protect. You got to provide. Of course, you want to have sex, but that's not everything. But before we get up out of here, before I wrap this show up, hey, first I want to thank everybody who showed up tonight. I know I got here a little late. I had a actually this group I got